Melon. Meloncollieflaur です。Hello everyone, I am meloncollieflaur. And you know what today is? It's Watermelon Wednesday! スイカ水曜日だよ! We've made it to the middle of the week once again. Just a few more days until the weekend. So be it school or work or whatever project that you're working on, keep at it. You're doing your best, and I believe in you. おはようございます。こんにちは。こんばんは。私はメロンコリーフラワーです。今日の配信はスイカゲームだよ。さあ、行きましょう。わー。オッケー。It was a little chilly where I live for a good bit, but I think it's finally starting to warm up, which makes me feel really nice. Alright, let's see. What can I do here? Here comes your daily dose. I guess not daily dose, but more like weekly dose of Watermelon Wednesday from yours truly, meloncollieflaur. Okay. Let's see. What can our highest score be today? Alright. Do that. Do this. Drop that. And put this here. Put that there. Oh, not there. Okay. Cherry. Strawberry. Okay. So let's move you. Alright. Strawberry. That worked. Nice. Pineapple. Oh. Alright, so. That's good. And that's this. Strawberry over here. Just for some more width, I suppose. Pickle plum over here. And put these in the middle. Okay. Strawberry. That works. Oh. Alright, so I can put you here. Avalanche, okay. That's not too bad. Okay. So that works. That's too far. Okay. That's not gonna fit. So I'll put one over here then. Okay, that worked. Put that over there. Oh. Double pineapple. Melon. Okay. Nice. Now what? Let's see. Okay. Strawberry grape. Oh, very nice. Okay. I'll put you over there, I guess. No. Oh. Okay. Let's see. What can I do to even this out? Okay, that's not gonna fall. But that works. Put strawberries and cherries together. Okay. Oh, I should have waited for the cherry to push it. No. Oh well. しょうがないメロン。Oh. Not enough, I see. Okay. How do I make this avalanche move? Okay. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Okay. That works. But now I'm running out of space for the smaller fruit, which is bad. Oh. Blah, 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 blah. Good afternoon, Melon. Hello, Bob. On Melon. How are you? What? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. Nice. Not too far, maybe. Oh, no. Oh well. 1943. Not bad for a first go today. 1943. Hello, Milo, CEO, Melon. How are you? Okay. Let's see here. Go back that way. Okay. I'm alright, just working on my Unity game for the end of term. I forgot that you said you were working on a video game. So you are a game maker, I forgot about that. I hope it goes well. Sounds like you put forth a lot of effort, so I believe in you. Okay. It's all good. How about you, Colin? I'm doing okay. I feel pretty good. The weather has warmed up a bit, so I'm feeling a lot better as well. Because of that. It feels like winter was so long. Which is interesting because usually it gets pretty hot in May for me, but maybe the actual heat won't kick off until like late June maybe. I'm not sure, considering that the seasons have been kind of weird this year. Summer's approaching after all, right? Feels like some of the seasons are getting shorter, I think. I don't know how that works though. Something about temperatures, I guess. I think it's funny how I call you Melon and Milo calls you Collie, and we just need someone new to call you Flower. I guess so. I do go by many different names, so I guess it's only fair, right? There are some people out there who do get called by their middle name more than their first, so... What's in a name, really? Oh. I mean, I just seen Collie as like a nickname. They're all nicknames, clearly. The whole name is meloncollieflaur, so... You know. Melon, Kusaina, like very different, like they're all different little nicknames and stuff. Flower pup, you know. What? Okay. Alright, since I have 2 gamers in my chat today, what have you two been speedrunning lately? And don't act like you haven't been. I know you guys' track record, so... Track record. What have you been speedrunning? Go on then. Don't act like I don't know. Advanced Wars Advanced Campaign, yeah. Yeah, I still need to try. I still need to try Advanced Wars. Ah! Melon. Okay. That and Scott Pilgrim. You're playing 2 games at once? Attention span. Interesting. Okay. Well. All right. I don't know which way to go here. As soon as Tomodachi Life on Switch comes out, as soon as Tomodachi Life came out on Switch, everyone's been playing it a lot. Yeah! It's cute. Everyone's been waiting for a long time for another Tomodachi Life to come out. So within that time, or in between that time, there has been Mitomo and Mitopia. So, which is very interesting now that I think about it, because Tomodachi Life is on Switch 1 and 2. Pokopia is on Switch 2 specifically, right? Also the fact there is 0 filters. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think that's how most people have their fun. It's usually, how can I make this video game as yabai as possible, right? Especially as, I guess, like a content creator as well, since that is what a lot of people tend to aim for. But yeah, it's a pretty common thing now, it seems. It's pretty good from what I've seen. I always like that they improve upon like how the Miis look and stuff, or what you can add to like with hairstyles or makeup and stuff. It looks really good. We always say, I don't know how they can top this Tomodachi Life, but they managed to do so. But I guess technically they topped Tomodachi Life on 3DS with Miitopia in terms of making the characters and stuff. So I'm not sure what they could do if they decide to make another one, which I don't see why anyone would want another one after, because this one looks pretty decent and a lot of people are having a lot of fun with it. I'm seeing a lot of people enjoying a lot of, well, I guess cozy home games. I guess Stardew Valley, a lot of farming games as well. Pokopia, Dragon Quest Builders, Tomodachi Life. Like a lot of those games are very cozy. Animal Crossing New Horizons and whatnot. Sometimes you just need a break from life to, I guess, start a new life. A more cozy life. A life that you can create yourself. Like I've seen a lot of different memes, like people making the Umas in the game. Yeah, of course. Fair. And it being a game that it wants to make you feel at home. Right, exactly. Exactly. As they used to say, the world is your oyster. Right? Oh. Okay. Oh no. 1931. 1931. Well, it's 19 so far. Or 1900, I suppose. So that's not bad. Well. Also some concepts from the first Mario movie came out, and it turns out Rockoff was meant to be in the movie. Are people now dissecting like beta stuff from movies now? That's really odd. I still haven't seen Galaxy, so I don't know what references are actually there. I don't know if there are any Paper Mario references in there, so who worked on them shared it. Interesting. But yeah, so I have no idea. But yeah, Miitopia is really, or Miitopia, Meet Tomodachi Life. A lot of Mii games are really nice. They've come a long way, and it's very interesting considering that Mii's were actually going to be on the first system that they made. They were going to put them on Famicom, I think, but couldn't make it work, I guess. So it took all up until the DS and the Wii, basically, for it to actually become a mainstay. Or solidified, I guess. So, we party, you are fire. Yeah. So I think that's really cool. I guess personally I like the Wii U ones the most, but that's probably because of, like, I like the way that they shine. The Wii U Miis have a particular sheen to them that I actually do like. But I do like what we have for, like, the Switch, because it looks really good as well. Seeing that you can customize the color of the hair and eyes and stuff more. N64 DD had Mii's as well as Mario Party events. Did they really? Actually, I'm curious. I want to look that up now. Let's take a look. Well, I found a site that hosts a bunch of Mii's that people have made. I'm gonna keep that on the side. From what I am seeing, it says, wait, hold on. Let me take a look. This is interesting. So I think I know where you got your information now that I'm seeing this. Okay, let's see. This video isn't available anymore. Well, no. Okay. So I can't see that. And I like how Mii's is in quotations, so technically they're not the same. Alright, I'm still searching. Now, obviously they weren't called Mii's, but it was an avatar maker. Well, that's different, Milo Seal. That's different. That's different. They're not the same then. By that logic, you would call the avatars on like the Connect Mii's as well. If that's the case. But yeah, they were officially on like the DS technically before the Wii. I do know that much. It's just that there was no Mii maker really like standalone until the Wii. But there was like Tomodachi collection on DS allows you to do Mii's, even though you couldn't create Mii's on the DS itself, if I recall correctly. I tapped into my info. It's crazy. DS also had a walking game with Mii's. Yeah, see, so yeah, it was on the DS. I do remember it being on DS games themselves before they became an actual maker on the Wii. And yes, of course I tapped into the info because if we're talking about a thing, but then we start talking about a different thing, I'm going to look into it because there's a reason for a pivot, I think. We are mainly doing like casual talk while I play Fruit Game anyway, right? Since you are someone who looks up a lot of information and tells me a lot of information, I might as well check to see if any of it is true, right? Because sometimes we just watch a lot of videos and stuff and we just go, oh hey, this is a thing because of this. So yeah, why not? I don't see why not. Might as well find something out. Pretty much, yeah, exactly. I don't want to just get info just because of like, someone may have seen like a headline on something or what have you. Because I've seen a lot of headlines of things where it's like, Nintendo has really outdone themselves, and all it really is someone talking about rumors for like something Pokemon related. It was just a clickbait, basically. But yeah, always check your sources and stuff, make sure it's correct, make sure, you know. Because you never know what's actually real anymore, all things considered. Any info can be made up now. And be presented as real, which is upsetting. And I know we live in this like fantasy world, and I am virtual after all. But that doesn't mean things have to be like deep faked or anything. I feel like you can still get attention for just being yourself or presenting real facts as opposed to like, I'm gonna say this outlandish thing and become infamous or whatever, because some people actually do that. But I guess some people could say, well, normal is boring, or like, I guess being truthful is boring, or being like a good Samaritan is boring. I want to be a villain because I know that people like villains, or people like to jump on villains or something like that because of this motive that they have or whatever, I guess. Or then again, you know, negativity and evil tends to garner a lot of attention. Melon. Glasses seal light bulb. Glasses seal the third. Esquire. People would do that. Go on the internet and lie. People would do that? Go on the internet and lie? If they have nothing better to do, then yes. I think so. Telling the truth isn't fun, you see. Telling the truth doesn't get attention. That's why there was always a TV show or two with journalism, showing how someone was trying to do the right thing by presenting the correct info and stuff, and then someone over the journal production going, this is true and all, but it's really boring. A lot of people aren't reading this. Let's spice this up a bit and like create this fake narrative, and everyone's reading it because it's out there, but it's not true. And then it starts turning into rumors of things that aren't true, and then it hurts people's feelings and all that type of stuff and stuff like that. So the world is weird. I don't know. But whatever gets attention is what I'm learning. So maybe I should do that, everyone. Maybe I should garner weird attention that would step me out of my comfort zone, I guess, even if I'm not really into it. Maybe I should just do it. I am small. I just like to stay true to myself, but once again, it's like the journalism. It's boring, you see. Well, I do my best to actually read up on stuff like that. Yeah, of course, I know. It's just that while looking up a lot of stuff, there's also crazy brain rot and stuff too. That can sometimes get in the way. Wow. 1778 1778 Then boom, famous. Holly discovers uranium cube. No, not the uranium cube. I'm not gonna jump onto a trend of someone that I barely know, all because a streamer got gaslit into thinking one thing. I'm not gonna do that. Plus, that's niche. It's not like super well known. That's just a Pringles thing. Thanks to you guys, after all. Like, I like the Paper Mario and the Mario RPG series as much as the next Melon, which there is no other Melon. I'm kidding, there are a good few. But I don't know enough to where I would produce, like, shorts and content about, like, facts and stuff of the game or whatever. So, kudos to them for sure. But I'm also not overly obsessed either. Which is, I guess, the problem. I don't have a huge obsession. Because if I did, I would probably be making a bunch of videos on it. So maybe I should find an obsession. Because I'm sure people like to watch videos of content creators being passionate about something. Granted, I stream this like a lot, and it's only, you know, it's only SUIKA game stuff on a Wednesday. But we do talk about stuff. It is a Zumstun for the most part. At least we try to. So usually I guess this is the time where I try to figure out or find out what other info that people know. Other than, I guess, certain obsessions. Because there are certain obsessions that I either have not heard of or never saw or watched and stuff like that. Plus it's almost 2 years old. Uranium melon cubes maybe? No, I'm not. There's nothing about me that's related to uranium or cubes at all whatsoever. I'm quite round, I'd have you know. Why do you have such a fascination for these uranium cubes, Milo? Please enlighten me. And don't say it's just a meme, because that's clearly not the case at this point. Let me know. I want to know. The floor is yours. As I figure out how to match fruit. If you want to become the uranium seal, you can do that. Okay. Nice. Strawberry decapone. Okay. That's awkward. And that's not gonna work either. So that's just gonna stay there. Okay. That's a good push. Got on. Okay. Nice. Get you in the middle. Oh. Okay, you're not gonna move. I guess technically you were moving a little bit. It's just funny to be honest. I see. Interesting. I'll assume that if there is a short about it, it's at least at 1 million views. Then. Because that's just how it gets sometimes, I think. Wah 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 wah. What? Okay. By the way, Collie, would you ever play Trees Hate You? I never heard of it. Or at least, if I have, I feel like... Was it mentioned before? I feel like I've heard this once. Trees Hate You. Trees hate you. Were you the one who mentioned it before? Trying to think. Trees hate you. Did you mention it? It's a recent game? Trees hate you. Trees hate you. I'll look it up after this then. Okay. Lava. Ah! 1524. Cinco hyaku nijuyon. Alright, let's take a look. Let me see. It's a demo? Or is it actually out? Hold on. Oh, this is planned release date 2026. Oh, this is interesting. And wild as well. I can't tell. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. This is definitely a concept. In a way, it's kind of like a puzzle, I guess. Okay. But yeah, apparently it's in demo state right now. And I always have this fear about demos. I can tell my story on that, I guess. The reason why I have this fear about demos a lot of times is because sometimes demos get crowdfunded, but then they don't go anywhere. It's like, because I think usually when people make a game, they tend to release the alpha first, because I think there's a fear of, well, I don't want to go too far into the project if people aren't going to be interested, which I want to say is more of a scarier approach, because you want to get your vision out there. You actually want to get your vision out there first. Because if you have a specific vision for your story or your game, you want that to go through. Otherwise, it may get changed a lot due to like a lot of, I guess, criticisms. And then it is no longer like the story or game that you originally wanted. It's like, is the game popular? Sure. Is it selling well? Yes. But is it the vision that you had before? Not entirely, because, you know, it's just not that anymore, right? And so, but yeah, sometimes people will put things on, like, I guess, greenlight or whatever, or yeah, things get like greenlit and stuff. And while the demos are really cool, the games don't ever actually come out. Or if they do come out like 4 or 5 years later and end up being great, which is good. And they stuck to their, you know, their guns and stuff. They actually put forth the effort to improve upon what they were working on and stuff. They didn't let the project die. But there are a lot of demos where something stays in demo form, or it just gets entirely scrapped and people just cease the project. And that's the stuff that I fear. There have been friends that I've had who would recommend to me some demos and whatnot, And I would tell them that I'm scared about it because even though it looks good, because I always remember that whenever you are, oh wait, give me a second. Sorry about that. Basically the viewers become the beta testers. What? Which I feel like in an alpha isn't that good because the alpha is the demonstration, the proof of concept. Usually the game is going to change between alpha, beta, and final. And everyone knows what usually happens once a game does get released when they're used to a demo. They'll say, oh, this was changed and I don't know how I feel about that. I liked it better when it was like this in a demo and now it feels completely different and all that type of stuff. Or like, wow, this visually changed like a lot. I missed the demo's art style. What happened to it and all that type of stuff. So it gets really scary. The many emotions of golly. I guess so, yeah. I do have a lot of emotions actually. I hope that's normal. I am here to learn after all. Sure, I'll never fit in. I mean, a dog Melon is not normal, but I am here and I'm happy to be here. The alpha is also beta testing, yeah. It was when you were probably looking at the video for the game. Oh! I guess so. Yeah, because I was watching the video of the game, yeah. And seeing, like, everything. No, it looks funny. It looks very comical, actually. It looks really cool, I think. I just hope that it reaches finalization. Because there are a lot of, I was gonna say, there are a lot of cute games out there, Melon, that are in demo form, and then it gets a lot of fans and views because of how cute it is, even if you can play like one or two things within the demo. And then, so like people start drawing the characters from it because they're so cute. And that gets a lot of traction, but then it puts pressure on the people making the game or the person making the game. And since people have drawn the character this way, that means that if they make any changes to the character, they're gonna get backlash probably because people have gotten so used to it, even though it's just a demo, once again. Because that's the thing, that's the scary part. Fans are fans. Fans are just that. People who obsess over the thing, right? That's why they're called fans. Like if you are a huge fan of something, more than likely you are going to obsess over that thing. And then fans go into a fandom. And then a fandom is like an amalgam of a bunch of fans within the group. And it gets really scary as well. But like, yeah. Okay, for example, I'm going to use Friday Night Funkin'. Has that game ever come out completely? Because that's a good one to go with because it did get crowdfunded. And I thought it was a pretty fun rhythm game. I'm not very good with like arrow games. Okay, yeah, so there are mods, however, my question has not been answered. There are plenty of mods, yes. Mods are keeping the game alive, but my question still stands though. Has the game fully come out? Because this is where my fear comes from. Keeping this game alive is not the same as finishing. That is true. However, I did ask a question specifically, and I feel like the question is being danced around. A simple yes or no will suffice so that I can continue forth with what I'm going to say. It's a rather simple question, I think. Let's see. It hasn't, but one thing I know is probably delaying it is a simple playable character cassette girl. Okay, now I want to look this up. 'Cause that sounds very specific. Let's see. The full game is still in development. I love how it still shows Kickstarter as well. That was my fear. It's still years away, a very ambitious project. Apparently they're still updating the game though. Within a year, I guess? Let's look up this cassette girl that you're talking of though, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's see. It's a mod, from what I can see. I don't... Is this... What? Discontinued mod. What? Sekiro was a character created by Soft Dawn. She was modded in by Mong, with contributions by Sotoki, Shadowfly, and Chromatical. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it says Mong's Cassette Girl mod was released about a year after the character was initially teased for the base game. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, well. But that's a mod, though. Are you telling me a mod is keeping the game from coming out? Or something? Now I'm just confused. But yeah, that's my big example, basically. Games go into, like, beta... and they stay in beta for a while and they don't really get finished, and it makes me sad. So I'm very wary and very reluctant a lot of times. I mean, I'm not going to not try a demo though, just because, but at the same time, it's like there's so many demos out there. There are more demos out there now than games. and because the games don't get finished and stuff. Just like with mods and ROM hacks and stuff. How a lot of times a lot of ROM hacks don't get finished. She was advertised in the trailer as a playable character. Okay. There we go. Like that WarioWare game that people were hype about. Which one, Bob? Which one are you talking about? Is it WarioWare or are you talking? Is it a like an indie WarioWare-esque game? I just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. There was a PC game that had similar gameplay to WarioWare. I feel like I know what you're talking about, but isn't that more of a recent thing? Like, isn't that a more recent project? Or has that been a thing for years as well? In short, the creator of Kaseka based it off one of their friends. However, after some drama between them, the use of the character went into limbo. That's one scary thing. Especially in like a virtual space, because if you make a character based off of like a friend, who's to say that you become not friends? And so now the character that you made as a friend will now remind you of that, right? Or like if you make a character based off of your significant other, but then something happens. Or rather, you fall out, right? That's the scary part. That's another scary thing too. Emotions are scary from what I've learned. That's for sure. All I remember is that it was a demo and then people forgot about it, and I've heard no news whatsoever on the completed game. Oh, okay, so do you know the name of the game then, so I can take a look and see how long it's been in development? It was definitely a situation in which people made theories as to why FNF was delayed. Oh, I see. I guess people do become journalists on like stuff. They're just like, okay, it's been this many days, this many weeks, and this many years. Why has this not happened yet? What could they be into? It's like, I guess that is that's journalism, and like it's something to watch. So I can understand like dedicating yourself to it, I suppose. But just remember that once you run out of that type of stuff, people will stop watching because they're usually there for the juicy tea, I suppose is what it's called. So that gets a little scary. Give me a sec to see if I can remember the name. Okay. もちろん Melon. But yeah, drama's all over the place. I don't really get it. Like, I know that where there's good, there's bad, but bad always oversaturates the good all the time. It makes me super sad. One could say melancholy, in fact. But in actuality, it really does make me sad. Because it just feels like there's nothing positive to talk about or something in that regard. Like there's always some sort of, I guess what's called beef with something. Honestly, half the mod creators put more work into the mods than the creator of the game. Yeah, from what I've seen, I think that is because of like that comes from like fans being passionate about wanting to put their thing in, which is fine. I think that's fine. So I knew what you meant when you said the mods or the modders are keeping the game alive. I understood what you meant. I just wanted to know the answer to the question before we like veered off into a different thing is all. It's called Mindwave apparently. Let me take a look. Upcoming action game. I like how there's also just like, I typed that in and apparently that's like a brand of something that someone's making. It's like, it looks like, I don't know what that is actually. Yeah, Mindwave by Hollowhammer, Kickstarter. Kickstarter really is a triggering word for me at this point because it scares me. Last updated December 28th, 2025. So it's been a year. No, it hasn't been a year. Actually. No, this was recent, actually. It's been like 3 months? 4 months? Not 4 months yet. So it's been like 3 months. And some change. So this is a rather recent thing. It's not too bad. 15,247 backers pledged $443,442 to help bring this project to life. Okay. Yeah, this is a more recent thing. It is cute looking though. Oh yeah, it's very WarioWare from what I can tell. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it didn't really drop off the face of the earth. It's a more recent thing, I'd say. Why is the creator of Mindwave just uploading OSTs on their YouTube? I didn't know they were. I had no idea that they were doing that. See, you're doing that face. That face it's so conniving to me. It's like it tells me I know a lot of stuff that you don't know. And it's like, okay, but you could just tell me. It's okay. You can just tell me. You don't have to be like sneaky about it. I'm learning info from you guys. It's fine. Honestly, just give them time. Games take a while to make. Exactly. Like, games aren't made in a day unless there's a game jam saying make a game in a day. Or a week, I guess. It's like a face. Exactly. It's like a face. Why? I don't need a face when I'm trying to gather info. What did I do to you guys? Did I warrant this? Is there something that I did? ET took 5 weeks to make, and look how that turned out. See? Okay, alright. Why did you retract it? I guess this is where we are now. At any rate, yes, I fear Kickstarter now. So I get really scared when I see new demo, cute demo out, and then people obsess over it, and then you don't hear anything from it or about it within like 3 years. That scares me. I mean, ET was also made for like the Atari or something. And I know that people talk about ET all the time because, you know, something dumpster fire, something landfill, something desert, I guess. But not all games are like that. And nowadays we have the technology. Big difference. Big difference. gardening tool typed by accident. Oh, I see. I mean, yeah, I saw that, but still. I knew what you meant though. Yeah. Because sometimes people will write stories, right? And go, hey, what do you think of this? And people are like, oh my god, it's great, I love it. And then like more stories come out and there are big changes, and then it's like, wait, what happened to this arc? What happened? And it's like, oh well, you see, people didn't really like it, so I changed it to see if people would like it and stuff like that. And then once that gets under your skin, then you just end up not, like I said, the story or like the project is no longer what the original vision was going to be, right? And I know that a lot of games and shows and movies go through a lot of revisions because not everything is final. There's nothing wrong with that. Kickstarter just grinds Kali's gears. They don't grind my gears per se. It's just that it puts fear in me. It puts fear in me because I know that we want people to see our stuff. I know that we want things to get funded, but like, understand that if a crowd has funded your game, but then there's like no news on it, think about how that looks as well, right? That's scary. That's what I mean. That would be the equivalent of someone saying that they're raising money for like a charity event, but then they pocket all the money. And I'm not saying that that's what these Kickstarters are doing. Do not let me say that, because that's not what, I don't think that's what's happening. But that is something that has happened before. I've seen so many stories on that as well. Or how like someone lied about their condition so that they could become famous or something, and all that type of stuff. And it's just very scary to learn about. It's like, sorry guys, I just really wanted attention, things aren't really great, and all that type of stuff. It's really, really scary. There are some things I've seen too, but like, oh Bob, come on. Ligma died like four years ago. Don't you know? The war is over. My body was not ready, y'all. Yeah, see. And I know that, I guess it's not very often that I get real, I guess, on streams, but like, I know that times are tough. I know that we are living in interesting times right now. So making any type of money or gaining any sort of attention at all whatsoever is practically a godsend. And I understand that. But I feel like just being more kind and honest is probably gonna gain you more long-term friends or viewers than following trends, I'd like to think anyway. Because if it is trends, that means you become a trend, which means that if the trend no longer exists, then that means that people aren't paying attention to you anyway. So you have to constantly be a trendsetter in order to keep the traction going. Not Melon calling me an unk. I didn't call you an unk. I'm just telling you that's old. Unk is wild. I know, Milo. Okay, so I've heard a lot about this unk and unk status and stuff, but what is it? Is it good? Is it bad? What is it? What exactly is it? Inform me before we end off today. Obviously, I'm going over because I did look up a bunch of stuff too, and you know. Plus, it's a good conversation. That's usually how I go. And why is it called Unk anyway? And is it gender specific? Unk is short for uncle, just saying someone is old. Brochacho knows the dinosaurs. Oh. It's the most beautiful thing I've seen in my life. It's watermelon inside a watermelon. What's happening? I'm confused. Huh? That's not what we're talking about at all. I'm so confused right now. So Unk is old. Interesting. Well, by that logic, any VTuber is probably Unk status then, because most VTubers are mythical anyway. Or eternal, or unaging, or whatever, right? Older than mortals, more than likely. Unless you're playing like the younger sibling type, in which case you're probably still solidified within like a specific year, phase 5 or something. Because that's the thing too. If anything, be proud of this status because it means you have experience and you can share that experience with others. Melon. Like, my years are in Melon years, so obviously they're not normal. What? But either way, you know. First they were boomers, now they're Unk status. Oh, I see. I guess boomers, though, boomer term apparently shifts. Like, it's not specific anymore. It used to be specific, but now it's just... It moves to the next generation, it seems like, from what I'm learning. Like, apparently Generation X is now considered boomer, even though that wasn't boomer. I'm not sure how it works. I don't understand it. Age stuff confuses me. I just know that people exist and there are some really nice and kind people out there who are genuinely nice and kind. And that always warms my heart and catches my attention because it's very rare. And I don't know why it's so rare. Huh. It really is like finding a needle in a haystack. Very interesting. It's just weird trends people start like 70 to 3. I'm looking that up because I've never seen that before. Let's see. Oh, that's what you meant. Interesting. I literally typed it in that way too. The funny part about me typing that in too is that it also brings up Iron Man 70.3, which is a long distance triathlon race. So that's cool. And even though you say that it's bad, which I do feel it's bad as well, that hasn't stopped people from doing it, and people won't stop doing it. Melon, why are you... Don't melon me. I wasn't the one who typed it out that way. I was unsure of it, so I looked it up. It's not my fault that you guys like this or anything, Baka. I don't like it at all. But here we are. And it was brought forth to my chat. Jarvis at Marmelon. Jarvis wouldn't dare come to my streams. Neither Jarvis nor Mike Tyson. But yeah, I read that as like 70 to 3. I didn't read that as 70 minus 3. Right? So, I guess that's my fault. But still. 1879. 1879. Let's do one more. But yeah, like, I think the only real reason why that's still popular is because people hate it. Because the more you talk about hating it, the more people are going to do it. That's what I've learned. It's like, oh, you hate it, right? Good. That means I can keep doing it. Because you hate it. I know you hate it. You know it's bad when people have to start banning numbers because people can't stop. You know it's bad when official places have to take off specific numbers on their menu because it's that bad. That's bad. That's really bad. And you don't want to be associated with it. That's really, really bad. The sad part about it is it was never cute, but it's still trending because you can't even say the numbers anymore because it triggers their brain into going ballistic. And it's not just kids either. It's adults too, which is the scarier part. Jarvis, I had one more SUIKA round. Yeah. See, that became a trend too. It's like, now it's just, you know, Jarvis is the editor, the eternal editor. Which is funny because I don't think the actual Jarvis exists. I think someone just chose Jarvis. Want me to fight the melon? What do you mean? Are you Jarvis? Oh god, no. What are you guys doing? That's really weird. You guys want me to go on hiatus, huh? That's interesting. I'm learning. I'm learning what my chat is into. And it only took this long. It only took this long for me to finally realize. I'll take the 3 seals as a yes. 3 seals of approval. Oh. Okay. It's always been there. We just have normal combos most of the time. I see. So something is triggering these then. It's just that you guys do know how to act and you are cordial. It's just that there are certain things that make you do that, I suppose. Interesting. Like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to understand how people are and stuff. I think it's also been a year since I started watching you. You might be right, because I've been streaming for 2 years. I saw the 6 and it awoke me like a sleeper agent. You know, the sad part about that is that 6 is like my favorite number. I guess there's some Melon lore. I don't know. 6 is actually one of my favorite numbers. So that's a shame. But it won't be long now before every number becomes like this unbearable meme that people have to like start tearing their hair out. Which is unfortunate, really, because people just like to watch the world burn, I think. Which is unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. We all have different motives after all. Super Paper Mario Chapter 4 was the first 2 years I joined. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true, that's true. I think think I joined in when Melon was on the sand level in Chapter 1. Yeah, everyone was joining me with Super Paper Mario, which reminds me I need to get back to Paper Mario 64 as well. I guess there's an idea. I know I do Watermelon Wednesday, but what I may do is do like I did on April Fool's, because on April Fool's I played Mario 3. Maybe sometimes I could just play a different thing on that Wednesday itself until I find more days that I can actually stream proper. Because I don't remember where I left off in Paper Mario 64. PM64 also has some work done with Archipelago. Archipelago? Was that another sleeper agent? Alright, let me look up Archipelago. How do I spell this word? Multi-world, multi-game randomizer. Let me guess. And let me make a wild guess. A wild guess that I know I will be right about. You watched Pringles. And by you watched Pringles, I mean... You watched Pringles play 64 and Thousand Year Door together, didn't you? But... I'm more perceptive than you think I am. I'm no secret agent. I'm right here. Let's see. What? Okay. I shouldn't have put that there. Double O melon. No. Double O melon. Melon. Well, actually, I first watched Archipelago from Fat Guy's video of the PM64 randomizer. So either way, it was Paper Mario 64. It's like word association now, I see. So, that's how that works. Okay, so... Taking that note, Paper Mario 64. Paper Mario 64 triggers Archipelago. Kickstarter goes into Mindware. Okay. What else? I'm sure there's more. There has to be more. I know there's more. What are some other ones? The Brongle was just a coincidence with his video posted last Friday. The fact that you know when it was posted though. Melon. That's what I mean. That right there is what I mean right there. Right there. Melon doing 5D chess, trying to figure out how our brains work. I have to. That's like my job. I'm just learning that it's word association. It's like trying to find Pepe Sylvia. He posts on Friday all the time though. See, I didn't know that. I had no idea. Oh! SUIKA! Well, I didn't expect that. At least not like that. That was an interesting way for that to happen. Okay. I've also learned that if there's too much silence on my stream, then Milo talks about glitches stuff. That's something I've learned too. Which That's the only way that gets brought up in my stream. Because I don't know much about them or what they do. And stuff like that. What else? What else? What are some other things that usually happens? Kali, would you just have a cup of coffee? Would you just have a cup of coffee? Would you just have a cup of coffee already? To be honest with you, I've had a cup of coffee near me this whole time, and I haven't taken a single sip. Okay. Milo talks about one of three things: trains, Paper Mario, Ringles, or seals. No, Milo doesn't talk about seals. Milo is a seal, but doesn't talk about seals. Milo usually talks about glitch-related stuff or not Monster Musume, Uma Musume. And dates. We're really just doing this YouTube thing just to get free health insurance. Dwag. I know you meant dog, but yeah. Is that a meme? That sounds really funny to me. Doing this YouTube thing just to get free health insurance? Is that a thing? Is that real? Or is that just a quote from someone? What? Whoa. Melon, you my dwag. That's gonna be the new meme. Big smock. You my dwag. Well, this is my highest score today. For sure. Dwag. It's literally from the Pepe Sylvia scene I watched like 50 times. Well, that is where I think that's where the coffee thing came from too, right? I've only seen snippets of the Pepe Sylvia. Suika trying to go to space. It is. It actually is, and it's going to, yeah. Yep. 2472 is my highest score today. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. There is no shady mail. 2472. 2472. I couldn't join long, but I hope you all are well. Tusia, man, it's been a long time. On Melon. Isashiburi. Yeah, I'm actually about to end right now. It's been a while. It's been a bit. You know what? Just for you, I'll do one more. One last one. Sure, why not? It's been forever. I hope things are okay, though. Sure, it's fine. We were just talking about random things and how I am putting connections together with words that are said. Seeing how my chat's brain works when it comes to certain words or certain franchises and stuff. Looks like a wild card, female dwags. Dwags? Wild card, female dwags. There's some brain rot in here somewhere. Definitely. Hey, thanks for keeping it going just for a little bit. Of course, of course. I haven't seen you in forever. I know I'm small, and I know I don't do much. I play practically the same game every week, so... Even though technically it's disguised as more of a just chatting stream. But tell no one. But like, this is the thing that I do for the most part. I guess as long as people are having fun, I can't really be too mad. But I am trying to learn about these things. Because a lot of this stuff I don't really understand. Brain rot, you say? No. Oh yes, but no. Ah. Ah. Huh. Pineapple. But yeah, I'm not going to be like some internet sensation, especially if I'm just posting SUIKA game every Wednesday. I mean, I've made it my thing, but doesn't mean I'm good at it either. It would be one thing if I was good at it. If I was like reaching super heights, like 4,000 or 5,000 or so. But I barely hit 2,000 most of the time. Keeping your core audience, I see. I guess so. It seems that people do like what I'm doing. So that's a good thing. Granted, I think they mostly came from my Paper Mario stuff though. But it is nice that they did still decide to stay. Because like I said, trends come and go, and that means that people watch certain people for certain things, and if they're not interested, then they usually don't really bother. And that's normal. It's like flipping channels on a TV. So I can understand that. Heck, I still need to go back to, what's that game called? What was that game called? The Melodies of Steel game. I forgot what it's called. Fuga. So I beat the first game, but I didn't beat the second one, and the third one came out, I think, in March? Or actually, I don't remember when it came out. It's been a while. For all I know, it came out last year, and I don't remember. I think it came out last year, actually. Rainy? It's always rainy in Philadelphia. Yeah, rainy. Yeah. Even if you don't, I'm still down to collab if you're ever down. Even if I don't, what? Oh, become like super huge or something? Or reach 5,000 points in this game? Yeah. What? Okay. I guess the only news that I have, and something that I would be interested in, is apparently there is some news on Rhythm Heaven Groove. I think it comes out in July. Pause crossed, I guess. I was wondering about it because we hadn't heard anything about it at all. I'm sure you will grow a larger audience in the future, Kelly. I think it has more to do with what I play, for certain. Because I do remember there was like a huge influx 2 times. One time was Melon. One time was when I was playing 1,000 Year Door Switch, and one time was when I was playing Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix, I think. And they're really good games, so I understand. Which does lead me to believe that it is based on like games being played as opposed to vibes themselves. But the games are what get people, I guess, into learning more about you as well. And again, I guess there's not too much really about me per se. I am just, you know, a dog plant or what have you. Collie the type of dwag to say do it and then boom, it's done. Is that so? I guess it depends. Yeah, I guess it just depends, really. Depends on what I have. Dwag plant, yeah. This really has become a thing now. Dwag plant. Dwag pout. or peanut. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what's happening anymore. Dog plus melon equals peak dwag. Yeah. Or I guess it's more like dwag in the sense of like that specific accent that I can't really place. Like, who's a good dog? Right? Dwag? Dog? Dog? I guess. I don't know. Dog. Accents are funny. Okay. Okay. Gotta hit the sea lion for that one. You want me to punch you? I'm not very strong. I'm as strong as my weight, I guess. That's about it. I guess I'd throw myself around and that's about it. That would be really funny, like a Rhythm Heaven Fever mod of like me as the seals in the Flipper Flop game. That's about it. I don't know. People are creative these days. People will make mods of old Nintendo games. So. You can do it, break the 800 mark. I did! Or 1800 rather. I did, somehow. Okay. Now I guess that'll be it for me today. Alright, don't rile up the dog. Or don't rile up the dog in question. Let's go. Okay. But yeah, that will be it for me today. I did my best for the day anyway. And whatnot. But yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. 見てくれてありがとう。聞いてくれてありがとう。Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope this was kind of fun. Great to stream my dwag. If you like what you saw, or if you think that there are any friends that you have who would like anything, please like, comment, subscribe, or show them what I do. I suppose. I don't promote myself very much because I don't do very much, but it's the least I can do, I suppose. There's nothing wrong with trying, I guess. But like I said, I hope everyone has enjoyed the Cloud of Sneakiness. Yeah, Poppy, I think is the name of them. Poppy the Cloud. Yeah, stay tuned for next week as well. For more Watermelon Wednesday. Depending though, I will either play this or I will go back to, I guess, Paper Mario. I'm not sure. 64. But yeah, thank you everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm meloncollieflaur, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye. It's Melon.